Hey guys, my name is Victor from Trading Stoically, and this is my first ever YouTube video, kind of going over my trading journey, kind of going over everything that I'm trying to do to finally become profitable. Um, I'll kind of get into my history at some point, but in reality, right now, I just kind of want to go over some of my trades. Maybe over the weekend or so, I'll start talking about like my history, kind of like how long I've been trading and things like that. But this is my online journal, for myself to be able to go back to and look at and see the trades I've taken, what I've been able to do to hopefully eventually be profitable as well. And yeah, so let's kind of go through it today. Today, um, sorry, my rabbit just jumped on the table. So, of course, something's going on right now. But um, so basically, what I want to talk about is my trade setup for tonight. I usually trade Asian sessions, so let's kind of go through it here. Um, if we go on here, let me just make sure you can see that. Yeah. So if you come on here, you kind of see all my zones, all of my stuff. I trade volume profile, so volume profile kind of helps me get into setups. I don't start trading until 8 p.m. Eastern time. So at that point, I could see that we had some zones here. Let me move this. And I set up my zone right here for hopefully potential buys. We had this huge move down. Apparently, it was China saying that they're going to continue to fight the US for tariffs. So I looked to see if we get a reaction from here. We did get a reaction. We came back down. I set my first limit order here, and then we continued up, and then you can see how well we did. So if you go on my TopStep Combine here, um, this is my first entry down here on this red candle. And it's always kind of scary whenever you're entering coming down, but I knew that that potentially could be a really good support. Then um, I continued to add as I felt like we were confirming, right? Volume is always really important to me as well. So when you see here increased volume on this candle here, saying that, hey, we want to go above VWAP, this purple line is VWAP, we want to go above VWAP, but we reject down, it gives me a good entry as long as we're not breaking these lows here. Um, my stop loss is always the previous level, so it's always going to be um, around this area here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it'd always be around this area here, right? So I had a lot of room to let it run, but as we continue to head higher, I just added contracts, knowing that we had some momentum to continue to the upside. So I actually did end up getting out for my last contract at 809, which was my original target anyway. But I wanted to let it run, but I just wasn't fast enough in moving my limit order. So yeah, it was a really good trade. I've been trading well recently, ever since implementing the strategy. I started trading futures back in November, just trying to figure it out, trying to use volume price analysis in order to improve my trading. But I got my first ever funded account back in February, about 2 months ago now. Um, but I ended up blowing it after being 1 day away from a payout. So it was kind of tough. Made me go back to the drawing board a little bit and say, hey, like, what are some things I need to get better at? What are some things I need to do to improve? So from the end of February, um, all the way through March, I did not trade a combine. I still had my account. I accidentally blew it because I thought I was on practice account, but I accidentally blew it. So I just waited for to the end of the month to reset it once I felt confident enough to actually come back and trade. And if you look at my stats, I've been trading extremely well because I know my setup now. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm knowing what I need to do in order to continuously improve. So what I'm hoping is by um, by the end of the month, not only am I able to hopefully pass this combine, but hopefully I'll be able to get my first payout too. But we'll see how it goes. So I've been trading very well. This is the most confident I've ever been trading. I felt like starting a YouTube channel in order to um, document my whole journey, but also to maybe other people who are also going through the same thing can relate to the struggles of trading, how lonely it is, how difficult it can be to have your psychology right and your mindset right as well. Um, so yeah, it's been going well so far, but obviously we still have a long way to go. I've never received any type of payout before in my life, so um, I just hope that I'm able to be able to continue the success throughout the rest of the month, especially during extremely volatile times. So, um, but yeah, that's about it for my first ever YouTube video. Um, I hope that you guys can, you know, learn as you continue to trade yourselves and continue to get better as you trade as well, because we're all gonna make it, but it just takes a lot of hard work and success and a lot of hard work and struggle in order to get that success. So, um, but yeah, guys, for anyone who's watched my first YouTube video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.